There's no other option, folks. You have to bully Donald Trump. You have to punch him back hard. You have to mock him and humiliate him. And you gotta just expose what an utter and pathetic, vile human being he is. California Governor Gavin Newsom is leading the way on this, fighting fire with fire. He's making posts like this. It's a post of Donald Trump in front of the Soviet flag. All hail Chairman Trump with his glorious 10% purchase of Intel. The Socialist Republic of America enters a bold new era of government-run business. That's after Donald Trump announced that he's going to have the government acquire a 10% stake in Intel. Then Governor Newsom writes, Donald Trump is a socialist, in all caps, exclamation point, GCN. That's Governor Newsom's initials. And he's responding to Donald Trump's post saying that the United States will now acquire and control 10% of Intel, a great American company that has an even more incredible future. Remember a few weeks ago where Donald Trump attacked the CEO of Intel, said he was a horrible person. Then Donald Trump extorts Intel, takes 10% stake in Intel, and then brags about it. Quite literally central planning. But I'm glad California Governor Newsom saying, yeah, you're a communist. You are a socialist. You are all of the things you accuse others who aren't that. You are actually that. Governor Newsom then posts the following. New car just dropped in our Commander cosplay series. Kristi, Noem, the painter, abilities. Commander cosplay. Kristi puts on her painter's cap and play acts while posing with terrified kids for the cameras. Opponent discards one dignity card. Photo op raid. Kristi arrests an innocent farm worker and places them in front of a camera. Opponent may immediately play a civil rights violation. Stagecoach sweep. Kristi pretends she's in an old Western and rounds up pregnant mothers like props. Opponent is entitled to sue the federal government. And Governor Newsom posts this red hat from his official account. New merch coming soon. You're welcome, patriots. 4 American flags. And the red hat says, Newsom was right about everything. Then Governor Newsom posts this tank top right here. Trump is not hot. And then Newsom writes, wear it while it's hot. Governor Newsom then posts the following in all caps. Wow, my maps, the best maps ever made, will soon pass in the greatest legislature anywhere in the world, not just America. America can thank me, Gavin C. Newsom, and 2 very special people, Magic Mike and Rainmaker Robert, who lead the legislature. Total legends. These are perfect, beautiful maps. Better than Columbus, better than Google Maps, better than Apple Maps. Sorry, Tim, no gold bar for me, but I still love you. People are already screaming, Mama, Mama. And I say, no, I am your daddy. The golden era begins in the Golden State, all because of me, the people's governor, the cartographer in chief, who will now let the people vote. Thank you, USA. GCN. So the California legislature approved California Governor Newsom's plan to put the new maps of California on a ballot in November for the California voters to decide if they will shape the maps to eliminate the same amount of Republican seats in California that exist in Texas. That's how you got to fight fire with fire. Governor Newsom then posts the following. New CNN reports Donald Trump is so toxic in California that Kevin Can't Count McCarthy is begging the White House to minimize Trump in the state. The new poll out shows that Donald Trump's total approval in California is 28 or 29%. Governor Newsom then posts the following lectern. It says, defending democracy. And Newsom writes in all caps, don't mess with California. Then Newsom posts a photo of himself sticking his finger right into Donald Trump and looking down on him as Donald Trump looks addled and cognitively out of sorts. Governor Newsom then posts a snowflake emoji in response to Donald Trump writing, Gavin Newsom is way down in the polls. He's viewed as the man who is destroying the once great state of California. I will save California, President DJT. And I love that Newsom is doing snowflake emojis. And then Newsom writes, don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. And then responding to Donald Trump's same post, calling Governor Newsom new scum, California Governor Newsom goes, triggered? Question mark. Triggered? This is how you have to deal with Trump. This is how you have to deal with MAGA. Push back hard. Jesse Waters writes, holy smokes, Governor Ron DeSantis just went after Gavin Newsom's manhood. Then Gavin Newsom responds, Jesse, please stop calling me daddy. It's disturbing. Then you have that guy, Greg Gutfeld, that weirdo host on Fox, who's like not funny at all, who says all those misogynistic and bizarre Trump talking points. Governor Newsom writes, all caps, I seldom watch low-rated garbage man Greg Gutfeld, but when I do, I marvel at the fake laughter on the show. It sounds like a bad laugh machine. It's so obnoxious and disgusting, just like him. Always laughing no matter what is said. Real patriots hate it when Fox edits the tapes, puts garbage man Greg on. Fox ought to get smart and not use losers like this. Also, they shouldn't allow negative ads about me. Thank you, GCN. And then Governor Newsom posts the following. Wow, Fox News can't stop talking about me. Gavin C. Newsom, America's favorite governor. Tonight, their entire primetime lineup was about me. Jesse Waters kept calling me daddy. Very weird, not interested, but thank you. Sean Hannity, very nice guy, nearly cried because I won't take his advice. Sorry, Sean. Then they dragged out the B team of dum-dums, Meatball Ron, Tommy Toilet Laren, and Teddy Cancun Cruz. He even flew back special from Mexico, all whining about me, GCN. They had to play the music to shut Ted up about my beautiful hair. I get it. So jealous. Total disaster. MAGA hates me because they hate you. They hate that California is the fourth biggest economy in the world. They hate that crime is down, that we're number one in farming. I love the farmers, manufacturing, tourism, and tech, all while we give affordable health care, free school meals, make America pregnant again, exclamation point. Paid baby leave for moms. They should not return anyways. $20 minimum wage and so much more for the people. They hate that Democrats are winning. Fox and MAGA have Newsom derangement syndrome. They should cry harder. Sad. GCN. I love it. This is how you have to handle these people. Governor Newsom then responds to the news that the California Supreme Court denied Republicans' request to intervene on the California redistricting legislation in record time. Petitioners have failed to meet their burden of establishing a basis for relief. Governor Newsom responds, what do you call a lawsuit that gets tossed out in less than 48 hours? Best response will be retweeted.
Ever have one of those days where you're juggling 1,000 things and by the time the sun goes down, the last thing you want is a hangover the next morning? Same here. That's why I've started reaching for Willie's THC-infused social tonic, because honestly, sometimes you just need to unwind without the regrets. For me, Willie's is the perfect weekday alcohol alternative. Whether I'm relaxing after a long day or trying to get into a creative zone, this is the one that actually works. Unlike some of those non-alcoholic drinks that promise a buzz but don't deliver, Willie's gives you an uplifting, euphoric feeling, and you feel it in about 15 minutes. Plus, it's made by the Willie Nelson, so of course it's got that chill, peaceful energy built in. It's low calorie, low sugar, comes in 5 milligram or 10 milligram doses, and that subtle tropical citrus flavor is perfect whether you sip it over ice or toss it in a mocktail. One shot of Willie's helps you relax, unwind, and de-stress. Perfect for taking the edge off at the end of a long day or socializing with friends, Willie's offers the kind of feeling that makes good company even better. Willie's sold out 3 times in the first 6 months with over 50,000 plus happy customers, and they just restocked. Willie's ships directly to your doorstep in over 40 states. Order now at drinkwillies.com and use code MEIDAS, MEIDAS, for 20% off your first order and free shipping on orders over $95, and enjoy life in the high country. That's drinkwillies.com, promo code MEIDAS, MEIDAS.
Governor Newsom then addresses the fact that Donald Trump's TikTok account is now just filled with Newsom memes. So Trump's new TikTok account, the White House account, it's either all Epstein memes showing Donald Trump being haunted from the grave by Epstein, or they're images of like Newsom with like his muscles bulging, Newsom holding the flag, people writing to the White House TikTok account, Gavin Newsom is the strongest governor in America. He's the greatest. No one better than him. He's also actually 6'3". Thank you for your attention to this matter. So Governor Newsom shows all those comments. And then he says, we see the White House got a nice welcome over on the app they're trying to ban, referring to TikTok. Then Governor Newsom responds to the news that the White House digital content director resigned the day after they launched the White House TikTok account. That was a complete fail. White House digital content director resigned today. Did something happen? And then it's Billy McLaughlin saying, serving as director of digital content for Trump was the most rewarding thing of my life. Governor Newsom then posts Ted Cruz running through the airport. And then he writes, Cancun Cruz lecturing others about running away. Buddy, maybe sit this one out. And it's Sean Hannity saying cruise missile. Gavin Newsom is very good at running away from the facts. So what Ted Cruz says, and Governor Newsom just mocks the crap out of Ted Cruz. Wall Street Apes, this right-wing account that's platformed by Elon Musk, says exposed. Gavin Newsom is paying for bot farms, creating massive engagement and support that is all fake. Reviewing the comments, account after account is fake. Random photos or no posts, all low or no followers, and repeating the same phrases. To which Governor Newsom responds, imagine thinking the governor of California has to pay for engagement when MAGA meltdowns drive engagement for free. Gotta love that as well. Governor Newsom then met with our very own Adam Mockler. By the way, Adam Mockler this evening is hosting the Won't Back Down tour in Omaha, Nebraska. If you happen to be in Omaha, Nebraska, check it out. Go to won'tbackdowntour.com. But here's what Adam Mockler had to say with his interview with Gavin Newsom. Here, play this clip.
Let's go. Try new things. You're doing it. You guys have been part of that. You guys are crushing it. You've been crushing it. It's about iteration. We can't do things the way we've done. Let's disabuse ourselves of that. Period. Full stop. Enough. It's a slow death. And I will say, and forgive me, I'll just close on this. There's a weakness about that. The Democratic Party needs to assert itself. We need to be strong again. Strong. Strength matters. People want conviction. They want character. They want a sense of intention and purpose to give us meaning, to give us a mission. And so I'm not here to make any more excuses. I'm sorry. I know there's some people that are offended by our all caps parody of Trump, but I thought it's time to put a mirror to Trump. I know you may get offended by my 10-pack abs on some of these memes. I mean, this sort of craziness that's going online. I get it. My kids are like, Jesus, Dad, what the hell's going on? The point is to make the point of what is going on in this country. You have the President of the United States that's acting like a child. And you've got the chatbots on Fox that repeat 24/7 and are weaponizing his grievances, attacking vulnerable people, traumatizing communities. We need to stand up, all of us, at this moment. Less judgment, more fortitude. Meet this moment, not for ourselves, but for each other, for this country. And this is a red line. They're not just changing lines of map. This is about raw power. This is about rigging the election. This is about ending the enduring values, the principles that define the last 249 years of our democracy. So forgive me for being intense about this, but I am, man. This is it. And there's no do-over if we screw this up. And so we're counting on everybody watching. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to engage you and share where we are at this stage. But it's November 4th that's going to matter. And that's why we need everyone to help us get this over the line.
On the news that Apple's raising its price for Apple TV, Governor Newsom goes, great work at Real Donald Trump. Governor Newsom then responds to the Cat Turd account. Cat Turd goes, businesses are fleeing Gavin Newsom's California in droves, to which Governor Newsom says, try again, troll. California is the #1 state for Fortune 500 companies 2 years in a row. #1 state for business startups, #1 state for tourism, farming, tech, AI, and manufacturing. California quite literally funds like the entire United States, red states. Red states are bankrupt. They'd all be bankrupt if it wasn't for California. California gives the federal government $80 billion more than it takes. Texas takes $25 billion more dollars than it gives. Mostly all red states are taker states. They take from the blue states. Setting aside even the blue state, Los Angeles County, the county, if LA County was a state, it would be the 4th largest giver state in the United States. And that's a county within California that quite literally shows patriotism by giving money to the federal government that the federal government then uses to attack blue states and now prop up fascism, which is utterly, utterly disgusting. And then finally, Governor Newsom responds to Donald Trump's latest all-tax post, where Trump's like, MSNBC is doing so poorly in the ratings, wah, in all caps. To which Governor Newsom responds, Trump is imitating me, GCN. Governor Newsom then posts this video of himself saying, look, we're the 4th largest economy, damn it, and we're going to be strong. And he made a deal with Denmark here. Here, play this clip.
I was mentioning the minister and the ambassador and others a moment ago. This morning in my inbox was an interesting fact. For me, it was even more than interesting. It was shared by David Hochfeld and by Lauren. They said, did you know there's been 212 days so far this year? I said, no. Why is that important? They said, well, 198 of them, 93% of the days so far this calendar year, the 4th largest economy in the world has run on 100% green energy, clean energy, which is remarkable. We're not asserting this principle anymore. We're proving it.
Now, here Governor Newsom writes, California is responding to Texas. We are neutralizing their power grab. Here, play this clip.
We're responding what occurred in Texas. We're neutralizing what occurred, and we're giving the American people a fair chance. Because when all things are equal, we're all playing by the same set of rules, there's no question that the Republican Party will be the minority party in the House of Representatives next year.
And then Governor Newsom says, we are going to make our voices heard. Here, play this clip.
Let me just briefly reinforce, because I'm eager to sign a bill that no other governor in U.S. history has ever signed, a bill that will put the maps in front of the voters. We'll be the first state in U.S. history to, in the most democratic way, submit to the people of our state the ability to determine their own maps.
There you have it, folks. Powerful stuff. That is how you fight. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers, and thank you for watching.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.